The Halo Infinite podcast is back. For the joke today, you have to show up and watch it on YouTube. The joke is my gameplay.
Please call us at your earliest convenience.
Now, show me what you can do.
So much violence happening in our intro that I just love it so very much. It is the Halo Infinite podcast, episode 33. We're one man down.
March Madness got him.
March Madness has taken Mule. Come back, baby, come back. Everybody tweet at him, say you missed him so much, because we certainly are. Hey, Crawler, what's happening?
Hey, how's it going? Crawler coming at you.
Johnny, what's up, dude?
What's up? I'm actually playing right now because I haven't played in like
Elden
3
Ring?
weeks.
I love it.
No, I'm playing Halo.
I love that Nate's coming in hot with the did Josh push the live button, because
I mean, it took forever.
That may have happened in a stream I did yesterday on YouTube where I forgot one little slider and I went live for an hour with no one watching because good times. So we're gonna talk some Halo. We got the Halo TV show, we've got some patch notes, we've got rumors of a Halo battle royale.
There's an event going on right now.
But we want to say, hey, in the description, in the bio, whatever, jump into the Discord, coming out with us. Next week will be game day. We will be playing game day, and we're going to try something new next week. We're going to try picking topics that we're going to discuss while we're all doing big team battle or customer matches or whatever, and see if it can actually become audio content for the podcast. So
I don't just get to go make sound clips while we're playing.
Well, that happens every time he is shown on the screen, you guys. Every time Crawler's Spartan is shown on the screen, you get to hear Batman. Yeah. Swear to me. Like, what are you saying? Rachel.
There is a whole bunch more audio clips I could go get. I'm gonna go see Batman tomorrow too. So,
If it's a new Batman, it's not a phase, Mom.
That's it's the Batman. Him and Spider-Man 3 Spider-Man are best buds. So it's Spider-Man meets Venom. So yeah, I've been playing. Crawler's been playing. Still the biggest complaint right now is where why do we have more swaps? I didn't want to finish my weekly. I ran out of swaps and I'm like, I'm not going to spend real money just to swap things. Like it doesn't make any sense. I couldn't get the green visor because I'm like, I'm not doing some of this nonsense,
Yeah, I had a command.
Just buy any customization options you want.
I had kills with Commando. I think I swapped out, and I had something else. It was like I wasn't playing any game modes with Commando, so I wasn't even like wanting to try.
I used 28 swaps last week.
Wow.
Yes.
Why?
I just wanted to burn through. Like I had to hit back smacks in tactical, and like those do not come around as often as you would think.
Not when nobody has shields. No,
they do not come around as often as you think. Everybody's got headphones that can hear you walking, so you're just like, damn it. So this week we've had Tactical Slayer though. Like I know that's a mode that Crawler loves especially. That's always been like. I remember the first time we played Halo, he's like, "Go to SWAT." I was like, what?
"Yeah," but I
love SWAT.
It's different though because you're at the mercy of whatever game type it chooses. And there were three game types. There was BR, there was pistol, and there's four?
There's four now,
Commando,
at least.
Yeah.
There's Commando.
I'm playing Commando right now.
There's also Stalker.
There's what?
Stalker rifle.
Oh, is that new this week?
Yeah, and it's fun actually. Playing with just stalkers, because nothing but red streaks going everywhere.
Last week it was just BR, pistol, or Mauler. So is Mauler not in there this week?
Don't know. I just played the one match to get my last thing done, and then I haven't played anymore. So
Yeah, I mean, you're at the mercy. Like the ultimate challenge for last week was 25 kills with Mauler, which it took me 3 games to do once I got Mauler games. But you're at the mercy of waiting for a Mauler game. It's again. I mean, I feel like we're a broken record when it comes to these challenges, but like make them more expansive or find a better way for the ultimate challenge to be like a culmination of a few challenges together that you're working on throughout the whole week, and don't have it gate locked. But like we have repeats because you said you kept getting like
back smacks
like
for days. I had
I
3
had
back smack challenges at one time.
I had killing spree ones which weren't that bad,
Right.
that I had a few times over, but it's like stuff repeats, so just make it tiered where it's the first tier where you get like maybe 100 points towards your pass or whatever is 1 killing spree, and then 4 and then 10 or something like that, and just have it accumulate, so that you're working towards something for the week. And I don't know.
Did they acknowledge challenges? I don't know if they acknowledged challenges for season 2. Did they? I know they talked about season 2 in the.
I know they've talked about the battle pass, not necessarily in this most recent update that was a week and a half ago or whatever. But I know they did say that currency is going to be part of the battle, like rewards that you earn, so that you can go buy cosmetics that you like. I think they've learned something from this current battle pass. Hopefully it gets better. I mean, Apex's battle pass has gotten better over the time. Like everyone has growing pains with it, and hopefully they learn and get better. I mean, they didn't want to listen after the technical test and say everyone was telling them that the challenges were taking too long, they were too hard, and then it took them a matter of a week and a half, 2 weeks before they fixed it in the live game. And but then they made it too easy, and then everyone hit 100, and this is the longest season ever. So it's a double-edged sword.
Well, it already is the longest ever because of
the delays
coming out early and then pushing until May, right? So one of the things that we're talking about, you mentioned Apex, is there's a tweet out there. Again, it all could be photoshopped, right? We live in the era of, if it's on the internet, it's probably not true, but you know, I'm of the mind that if it's on the internet, it is true. So so we're definitely getting a BR. If you give me 4 challenges in a 30-minute BR match, I will lose my mind, right? Mm-hmm. Because it can't be the way. It cannot be the way. We cannot have the ability to only do 4 challenges when I jump into the possibility of a 30-minute or longer. I mean, think about Warzone matches. If you go all the way to first place in Warzone, like those are long. Those are long.
And well, Warzone, I think Apex does this too. They you get experience for, you know, how long you last, kills and everything. So we don't have those type of rewards in Halo currently. So we don't get any we get 100 experience for each map,
300 200 200 100 100 100 100, like just for playing matches.
But it doesn't scale. So if you're you know, first place or last place, you get the same amount of experience.
Yep.
And hopefully if this battle royale is real, they have performance-based experience. And I wonder if, you know, if we have a battle royale and we have you know, the arena modes, are we going to get 2 different battle passes?
I mean, no, I just think they need to give you. They've proven that the dopamine hit works with seeing that bar move with that first game of the day. You get 300. That's a third of your level. So find a way to make it comparable and just have XP for performance based as well as like have a baseline for like the participation trophy, and people that are higher skill can earn it a little bit faster. And if you're more casual, kind of just taking your time, there's still ways to do it. And there's challenges that stack upon stack upon stack if they do it right with a BR. You want to have those challenges that you're always working towards, or a goal, or like I don't know if Apex has, do they have like match specific, like go be in this area? Like Fortnite has some stupid ones that are like be in 5 named locations throughout the game or whatever.
Yeah, no, Apex I think is more challenge based. They're more like
gun specific.
get so many kills. Like I don't think it's land or explore 4 named areas in a match or
Yeah.
whatever Fortnite does. Fortnite, I like Fortnite challenges because battle royales could get a little repetitive and boring, and it's fun to just do like these weird challenges
Mm-hmm.
of like dance in front of a fish or something. Like
Yeah.
they have just stuff that if you don't feel like playing
Yeah, you can go
the game, you could
to
just do these
some abandoned
challenges.
location and just have fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I doubt if Halo puts a battle royale, they'll do that. It'll probably be more like Apex, where it's like get 25 kills, 15 kills. I hope they, like Call of Duty, you can unlock weapon skins for the amount of headshots you get and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. I would like to see that implemented as well.
Yeah,
Even
let's get
like
some
an
golden
heirloom
diamond.
system.
Let's get some golden diamond. Heirloom system is kind of broken. That's a money dump.
Yeah. But I mean, you can grind that out and eventually get
But it's
an
still a
heirloom
dice roll,
without
isn't
paying
it?
money.
It's a dice roll
Well,
for a random character.
You're guaranteed after 500, or you're guaranteed within 500 packs to get one, and it's heirloom shards, so you could
Oh, then
choose
you can go buy what you want.
hero to buy it for. I mean, Halo doesn't have separate hero. I mean, I guess they do have the cores.
They have 3 different cores. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna have 4. They're adding a new one in season 2. So I hope the battle royale happens. I'm not one of those anti battle royales, and I think this game needs it. They are losing. They're bleeding. Their player base is dwindling so much that they need something to bring everybody back. And Halo's perfectly set up for a battle royale. They have the vehicles. They have.
Yeah, it's still fun to play with friends, but it's frustrating for matchmaking. It's frustrating for competitive. Yeah.
Oh, I had some matches this last week where like I think the match I played yesterday, I had half the kills and we won by 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
I had 25 of the 50 kills and we won by 1. I'm just like, how? Like, you got people going like 4 and 20, like 20. You're just like, you're like half the deaths. Like, what are you doing? What are you
Especially in this event with the tactical slayer? People don't like playing tactical slayer. They just don't. They're not good at it, and they go. The one I just played, the person was like 0-7, and then they left, and it's like, come on.
I was having an off start to a game, and I had somebody in my ear on my team telling me to quit. I was like 0-6, but then
it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
This was a solo queue, but like,
so you turn off voice chat. Never.
Yeah, I almost joined a party. I should have just joined a party by myself, but I eventually picked it up and went like 9-12 or something like that. I came back to be a contributing member of the team. We won, but like that doesn't help the situation, having people chirp like that in your ear.
No, and I mean, and I won't, like, especially if I can hear somebody like frustrated, I'll usually try to encourage them in some way, right? Like, just like not necessarily give them like unsolicited advice, but just like, like I don't know, you're having a bad game or whatever the case may be. I'll only complain about them on here. I won't do it to their face.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
You bitch about it after the fact. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, like why don't you go back to Barbie Horse Adventure or something? Like,
I never understood the toxicity that people have. It's a game. Like I'm playing to de-stress, and
right.
you know telling me I suck in my ear, like that's not. I'm just gonna be stressed out and leave anyway.
Right.
I
And we all
mean,
have off games. It's
Yeah.
just the
Yeah.
way the game works. I
And
mean, there's some
all-
people
you
that are
just suck.
godlike, but
all my audio's routed through my computer anyway, so like I don't even have a mic hooked up to my Xbox, so I can't even chirp back. But it's
I
probably
just
a better thing,
tell
'cause-
them I'm at the last boss on Elden Ring. That's all I say. So they know I'm a good gamer. They know I'm good.
That's all it takes. I love it. That's great. But yeah, so let's dig into this battle royale leak, because I just pulled up a handful. There's a bunch of articles out on it and stuff. And I mean, people are just hungry for Halo news as we know. So like we said, the battle pass really has to change, right? There has to be it. This battle pass has felt dated from the moment they dropped it, and they have to they have to improve it. They have to, right? I would much rather, like, when you guys were talking about the heirlooms, sign me up. Like, I'm all about it. If we can be doing something that is going to give me something to continue grinding for every time I play the game, it makes it worth it. Right now, yes, there's these events, but having the challenges mixed in with, like, I got this tactical stuff that I'm trying to unlock. I have no reason to do any of the other challenges, yet I'm forced to do these other challenges. Like, it makes the game less enjoyable. It makes you want to put less time into it, because why?
Yeah.
At this point, like you said, Crawler, we should be able to just grab all of our, they shouldn't be in the same list. The tactical stuff, like the weekly stuff, should be its own list, and the standard weekly,
Mhm.
the event stuff should be its own list, and the standard, weekly stuff. That, I mean, technically, how do they even, like, without having swaps, you're forced to play game modes you don't like to play. This has been an ongoing conversation, right? And
Mhm.
like, give me the ability to get 100 BR kills or 500 BR kills and have that unlock the same thing. Like, I don't care if they keep the challenges, but give us alternatives that will also unlock them. Like, either do this or do that. Something along those lines.
I would almost like a point threshold. Like each challenge maybe has a different point association with it, and
I like it.
you have harder ones and lower tier ones, but there's more points to be earned in the week than what is required to maybe cash in for the ultimate weekly or whatever, or to unlock the ultimate weekly challenge or something like that. And everyone still maybe has to do the same ultimate weekly. I'm okay with that if they make it manageable and there's an easy way. Like, it was a little frustrating last week that it had to be Maulers in Tactical Slayer, but if they can find a way to come up with a good ultimate weekly, and you play how you want and you earn points to then cash it in for the ability to unlock the ultimate, so that you still have to play throughout the week, but you play how you want. And not this putting people, like, people have bad games and they get people chirping in their ear to quit when they're trying to get Mauler kills, or they're trying to get back smacks or some stupid shit. Like, it shouldn't have to be, you shouldn't have to change how you want to play just to earn a green visor.
So what I think hopefully they do, because right now we have 4 challenges at a time, and they're
with another like 12 behind or something like that, right?
Yeah, and there's also, you have the event and normals together.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would be okay having 4 challenges per thing. So say we get a battle royale, we have 4 challenges for battle royale, then have 4 challenges for arena, and then 4 challenges for whatever event's going on. Like, I'm okay with that. It's just, I mean, I think the normal weeklies are annoying because you have to play other game types that you really don't want to do. Like right now, I have earn 2,000 points in Fiesta, and I don't like Fiesta.
Yeah,
I don't
that's like
want to play it.
That's like 2 games, but yeah, yeah.
I wonder if it was something along the lines of like give 50 points of XP that gives like either one, you have a bar that goes up on each challenge just for playing games and maybe getting kills, and then you could, or it's a separate bar of XP that gives you the ability to apply a check mark to the challenges that you aren't that interested in playing, right? So like if Johnny played 5 games right now, he would earn the ability to complete any challenge he wants just by going in and clicking complete this for me, right? Like it gets us playing. Like it doesn't matter what we're playing at that point. If I'm earning the ability, like let's
or just
say,
rip off the other games. Rip off the other games. Just do
Or-
what the other games are doing. I like
Yeah.
Fortnite,
just
Apex, Warzone.
change the challenges all together
That
and
way
make
you
them
can
all
play
available
with your friends, like because
Yeah.
then like when there's more than even when there's 2 of us, it's like what challenges do you have to work on?
Right.
And somebody usually has to sacrifice something,
Right.
and it's even worse if you have 3 or 4 in your party. And if you want to play big team, good luck. I mean, because there's very few challenges that are associated with that, or stuff doesn't transfer. It's not across game modes or whatever. It's just in this specific mode or with this specific gun. So I mean, I feel really good when I see 3 or 4 bars pop up at the end of a game that I either made progress on or completed those challenges. Like that's a really, you made a lot of progress, if that's, because it's not common that you see that many progress bars pop up because you only have 4 to work with at a time, and it's very monotonous sometimes.
Yeah, and so I think it's like we've said, like just give it the Fortnite challenge where it's like, I mean, doesn't Fortnite have something like crazy, like get 100 kills with this gun,
It tears up.
They have like they have lifetime.
Yeah.
They have lifetime challenges now where
for the pass, like battle
for
pass
the
lifetime.
pass, yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just makes it more fun. Like because right now, other than the weekly stuff, like what is that? Like I understand. I mean, I play Mario Kart all the time. I'm not unlocking anything at this point, right? I'm literally just playing the game for fun, and that's
fun. You're unlocking fun.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong, I have fun every time I play this game. But after playing other shooters like Fortnite, like Apex, like Warzone, there's more of a carrot. That's the bottom line. There's just more of a carrot, and I want my favorite shooter to have that same carrot, you know? Like I've honestly been thinking about playing more Apex just because I'm like, man, I feel like there's stuff to unlock. I feel like
I decided like I was pretty close to the maxing out my Fortnite pass, and I was like, I feel like playing a shooter right now, and I'm really close to my Fortnite pass. So I'd rather do that than Halo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and there's Spider-Man arms in Fortnite, so you're just
Spider-Man. I got the symbiote,
right?
The symbiote skin.
But let's talk more about the BR. Like we've kind of discussed this before, but like think about Warzone, right? The way Warzone plays, it has a relatively fast time to kill, but you've also got armor to pick up right along the way on top, so it essentially doubles your armor, right? So how does Halo play out? Do we have overshields?
Do you start without a shield and then you find a shield?
You got to find shields, period, and you start. But what that would be an incredibly fast time to kill. I feel like overshields would make the game last longer, right? To where like in encounters would be way different if you walk up on 2 full teams with overshields. Like those are going to be some very interesting. Not to mention, if you have an overshield and there's a tank, you might be able to survive the tank shot. Or Banshee or something along those lines. So
I mean, I think if you want to keep it within the lore or whatever, everyone drops as an ODST, and then maybe you find Spartan armor along the way to upgrade your shields, or
But here's the thing: do you want to not go in with all of the armor that you've paid for?
True.
Yeah, you're probably right. I would. I mean, that's how.
I mean,
All the
that's how
other
they make
VRs
money. That's
are.
how they make money. They want you. Everyone wants to see when you're jumping out of the Pelican or whatever that you have your armor on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine just like on they showed it on the commercial for the TV show, how Chief jumps out of the back of that. Could you imagine everybody jumping out of the back of Pelicans to start the BR? Like,
Well, even in the campaign, like you jump out of the Pelican and
right.
do like a
hero landing.
Fortnite dive, or pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, that
I think it's there.
that gets me excited. I think so too. I mean, they found the audio tracks early on, right? Like they found those early on. So, and I just think it would bring new life into this game. I don't think that we need to get rid of any of the other modes. I think they need to continue adding modes. I think but I think a BR in the, I don't, there's just something about a BR, like jumping in with your buddies and just going like going for longer matches where you're, either like rat holing your way through the maps
Yeah,
in Apex, or
finding the grapple, make that. I mean, that would make traversal in a BR so much fun because that's the best part of the campaign.
so
Do you give everybody a grapple? Is that the?
No, you gotta find it.
You gotta find it. Okay. Find
well, and
equipment.
here's the other thing. If you
I
guys
mean,
remember Halo 5 in the Warzone mode that they had there, you had BRs that had different abilities. You had some that had like better scopes, or they shot different ammo.
yeah, there was like a close quarters BR. There was a sniper that was like more close quarters, I think.
Different
There were a bunch of different
variations.
variations in the campaign. They were pretty cool.
So we could have multiple tiers of the BR, right? So where it's like, oh, this is a green BR. I'm just using like the Call of Duty color scheme, right? But then you could get a blue, or then a purple, or a
Well,
gold, or
that's not even called.
however.
I mean, that's any
Fortnite,
BR. That's any BR color
yeah.
scheme
They,
at this
they
point.
also had buy stations in the Warzone mode, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
where you could upgrade your weapons and stuff as well.
And
So
Apex
Bring
is
back
off.
rec packs.
Apex has done that as well.
No,
Like they have
Jose.
fabrication areas or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, they
if
already
you-
have in-game lore, kind of those Spartan lockers and ammo drops that like the random weapons that just show up in big team battle. Like that's just a random weapon locker that fell out of the sky. So they can have that in a BR game, and if they can find a way to take Zeta Halo and make it a certain area of not the whole map, but something similar to that geography, then I think that would be really fun.
Well, I mean, and depending on how many teams they let us go, or how many Spartans they let go in total, the whole map may be an option, if it's Warzone size.
Yeah, we don't
If it's
need 100.
Apex
We don't
size.
need 150.
Yeah, we don't need that many people. Apex is long enough
60,
with
right?
60. Yeah, Apex is long enough with 60.
And they could even go a little bit higher because Apex is usually 3, right? So Halo should be probably stick with their numbers of 4. And I mean, or have options like because I think Fortnite just phased out some of their options. I don't think they have trios and duos and stuff as much
Yeah, I
anymore.
think they rotate them in and out.
They ebb and flow.
Yeah.
But yeah, having 80 or so players, like that'd be 20. What is that? 20
I think
teams?
this is a perfect time to release a new. We haven't seen a AAA battle royale in a long time, like a
Right.
new one. And I think people are still kind of burnt out on Warzone.
Warzone
Apex
is just
huge.
too much running in between. Like if you don't have a vehicle or you don't want to be in a vehicle, you're just running forever in Warzone
or camping in the corners of buildings.
Mhm.
That's So I think BR is still huge. It's still a huge genre. It's it's always the top of Twitch. I think it would be perfect for Halo. It's so odd to me if they didn't even consider it.
Yeah, for sure. I just wonder, like, do you guys think if they don't come up with there was variants of the AR. There was more long distance ARs. There was more like close range AR. Do you guys think the current weapon set, if they didn't add some variants to it or like some kind of attachment system, do you think it still makes for a fun BR? Do you think it makes it a little bit boring? Because part of the fun with the BR is finding the good loot, right? Like, and I'm talking, it's hard to say BR and BR when you're talking about Halo, but I think
yeah, you want to see the purples or the high end gold, purple, the colors in Fortnite or
I mean,
loadout.
Fortnite has an interesting way that it takes it on because it just improves the weapon stats, right? It improves the randomness of where the bullets go. Accuracy goes up, bullet spread goes down, recoil goes down, like as you get a higher tier weapon, or rate of fire goes up. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's the way. You don't want to have the randomness of a low tier gun, but I don't know if they can find.
That's how Apex, they have the color scheme as well for the same weapons, but they do have attachments, and they also have the hero ability, so that's a little bit different. I don't know if you could just turn Halo in its current state into a VR.
I would say the base weapons are what we would have now, and then everything would have to improve. Like the green weapons would be our current weapons, or the gray weapons would be the current weapons that are in Halo Infinite. Yeah. And then the blue BR might be, like 2 times scope with a little more accuracy and hits a little bit harder. Right? Like, especially if your TTK goes up because of it being, maybe it's not over shield, but it's like overcharged shield or something along those lines, where it's not the full on, like maybe you burn
through the shield a little bit faster, but as you get higher tier armor or something like that, you get more more layers to your armor that they have to peel off.
Well, that's a good point. Like, I was just thinking about it like typical Halo, which is like shield, then over shield. But what you just kind of described was like the Apex way of doing it, where it's like you can get gold armor, right? So you could get a gold over shield or something along those lines. That may be a whole nother
armor
route.
Doesn't last as long as traditional armor in multiplayer, but it gives you that added layer that somebody has to break through first.
Yeah, which I think would be, I would think it would be kind of corny if everybody had just straight up overshields and they were running around, because you just look so silly with that white, like that all around your character. But yeah, just to know that, like, man, I had to shoot this guy with an entire clip of a green BR.
Well, I don't think Apex like visually represents while it's on somebody.
Only when you hit the player.
Oh,
so
like, it flashes.
You'll see if it's red or gold or purple. So you know when you're shooting at the person, but you don't know
on a visual cue
until then. There's no visual cue. Yeah, there's no visual. Same with Fortnite. You don't know how much shield somebody has until.
True. I mean, until you hit them. You know that their maximum that they could potentially have is 100 health and 100 shield. I mean,
yeah.
So you have at least you can bank on at least 200 hit points at most for somebody to have to break through.
Yeah, Warzone you don't know until you, I guess, break.
Till they're cracked.
Yeah, until they're cracked.
But there's no health, so it's just plates and maximum 3 plates.
Well, there's plates, and then you also have health.
Yeah, but the health will regen.
Yeah. But yeah, if you see that plate break, that they don't have
they
any.
have limited. Yep.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's how Halo is, right? You can tell when their shields are down as well. So
yeah, I mean, I think they have all of the like core mechanics that you would need. It's just they would have to adapt them to a BR style of mode. Like, it can't just, like, I don't think they could just throw 80 people in to an arena and let it just be like normal Halo, because that's kind of what like Battlefield does. Like, they just have 60 people, and
that went well for them,
Yeah.
Well, that's Halo's fault. So,
That's Halo's fault.
but even that, where like when Fortnite does those events where it's like 50 versus 50, and it's just a massive, like, that's fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
Not every time, but like, especially if you need to knock out a bunch of challenges and you're just like, yo, there's bots for days in here. Like, I'm just gonna knock out a bunch of
it's
challenges.
respawns, and yeah, there's ways to make it fun. So
Mhm. And we
Yeah,
still
I mean-
need a trial style, just like what Apex added, where it's just 3v3 or
yeah.
like one.
Well, and there's still we're still awaiting a game mode that has an achievement attached to it, and it's like we're waiting on that. Everyone thought we were going to get it with attrition,
right,
and we didn't. So there's more to come, but they're being kind of tight-lipped. I mean, they shared.
I think
a little
they're
bit.
worried because I don't know. I think things are taking a little bit longer than they were expecting.
Yeah, I mean, because we can transition a little bit into their update that they had.
Yeah. You can pull it up if you want. We can.
Yeah. So we have season 2 is coming, and it's going to launch on May 3rd. Unfortunately, co-op is not coming right off the bat with season 2 for campaign co-op. I think online seems to be fairly stable from what I've heard. It's the local split screen co-op that they're having trouble with because of the vastness of the campaign. I think they need to be able to render 2 separate areas seamlessly. Because I mean, we were kind of talking about that at the beginning, like after all of us had kind of played the campaign. How fun would it be to be able to go lone wolf it as a team to go to four different fobs or something like that? Yeah, you see what I did there?
You said lone wolf.
God,
but go take like four different fobs by yourself, like as a collective group, and then go. You could like fan out across the surface of Halo, and take it down pretty quickly, and then you have a bunch of fast travel points, and then you can just go tackle the campaign pretty fast.
Okay,
you can be playing as Locke in a new story. It doesn't matter.
Here's my thought about that. We've been playing Elden Ring. Instead of just have a summoning system where there's like certain areas you could bring people in, as opposed to trying to run around.
You just want me to be your mimic. Just say it. You want me to be your mimic.
Yeah, be my mimic. Just be nerfed. So yeah, people were not happy about that. That was like, they delay it again.
Yeah, I mean, they're working on it. It still is supposed to come during the season, but that is kind of
guaranteed
unfortunate.
It's an Xbox One problem.
It probably is. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Just make it not available on Xbox One, or make it
just
available
make it
only cloud.
Yeah. So we're getting a new core, as Josh had kind of teased earlier.
Johnny pointed that out.
I said that.
Oh, did he?
Okay, just what everybody wanted and said that this game needs.
I mean, it's a pretty badass core.
No, it's cool, but I'm just saying, like, now we have to get stuff for this core.
It is. I hope
3 other cores.
I hope that they identify. I don't know how well if they've been listening, but I feel like a lot more of the cosmetics have been able to be applied to more of the cores as they've been coming out, because that was a frustrating thing that if you have a skin and it's only good on the Mark 7 or whatever, you can't put it on the Mark 5 or the Samurai. Like it locks you into having to only do it on one core. So I hope at least like the armor coatings can be applied more across the board as they go forward, and maybe retroactively some of the other ones that they have. It's a paint render. I can understand attachments and stuff that they've built or have lore buried in for like specific armor types, but you should at least be able to paint it however you want, because in the past we've been able to customize up to 3 colors on your Spartan, and you kind of got to paint it yourself. So I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I already got the best armor coating.
Yeah,
so
you got
I'm probably
sparkles,
never gonna change it.
which
the
I'm waiting on my
OPI.
sparkles. Yeah.
Here's Doomslayer.
Yeah, the Doomslayer. This one is dope. That is a dope. That better look like it too. It says concept art.
Free fracture armor coming in season 2. So this will be like the
So that's like the
samurai armor.
samurai. Yeah, that's like the
Yeah.
samurai armor.
Yep.
Yeah, if you have the Doom save state, if you have all
This
the
isn't
achievements in
Nintendo.
Doom.
This isn't Nintendo. They don't do that.
But they also teased 2 new maps coming. One's a big team battle map. This one, is this the big team battle one? This is Breaker. This is the big team battle
so that's
map.
a big team battle. Yeah.
And then Catalyst is this one. It's more of an inside Forerunner type structure. Got lockout vibe colors going there.
To me, this is not good news.
That it's only 2 maps.
That it's only 2 maps.
That it's only 2 maps. I was hopeful that we were going to get some legacy maps coming.
Yes, like it.
I mean, we still got what 20 months until the season 1's over, so we'll probably learn news. No, actually, I guess we're a month and a half out. So
yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful that maybe
this is all they're telling us. Maybe there's plenty to come,
more,
right? Like,
I mean, we're still crossing our fingers that there's Mario Kart characters coming in this DLC today. So there's not.
They're not.
But, I mean. Yeah. There's always wishful thinking that there's something more coming with it. So I mean, we'll see.
But I mean, part of the fatigue with Infinite,
it's the maps. It's definitely the maps
also, right? And so,
and when you get SWAT magnums on what's the outdoor one, Behemoth. God,
Behemoth
shoot me.
That's the point of the game.
But all that turns into is just man cannoning to the middle and just pistol battles, which is, I mean, I guess counter argument is BRs is everyone just sitting back on the rocks trying to pick off people in the middle. So there is no happy medium. Just get rid of Behemoth.
No, don't get rid of Behemoth, but give us more objective based vehicle style game modes.
Yeah.
You know, like if you, I mean, Zanzibar's not a small map. If you spawn on the beach and
it's a long run.
It's a long run. And that was never not fun, right? But we were usually trying to get a flag, or there was plenty of snipers,
neutral bomb, or one bomb that you were attack or defense.
Well, and
because that was a great
vehicles.
Yeah, and that was a great objective map. It wasn't. You could have your fun with it being a Slayer map, but it was definitely showcased as a attack defense map, because you had a bridge to drop to get into the base, you had vehicles to attack with. The defending team had a gate to guard if they got inside the base and they could drop your gate. Then that was
it was asymmetrical and it was built for that kind of stuff. But here's the key. The key, we've hit the nail on the head, I think, boys.
We don't have neutral. We don't have bomb. We don't have neutral bomb, or
we don't have those modes. But if the vehicles spawned at the base, there would be a different style of action right off the bat on that map versus
neutral vehicles to try to
to try to fight over. Like if you both had a Warthog and a Gun Goose or a Banshee, just like when we started at Blood Gulch and those other big maps, that changes the entire play of that map. And it makes it more fun because now your two Banshees are going head to head, and whoever can take out the first Banshee first is going to have an advantage.
Well, and ranked too. I mean, they kind of identify that in ranked. They don't give us vehicles, but there's a sniper at the base in ranked.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a sniper, I think usually it's always a sniper. I think in that.
Oh,
mode.
It's not on the two sides.
I don't know I don't remember what's in the two sides, but no, it's usually the long distance weapon locker side. It's just sitting on the floor by the man cannon to go to the go.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
I haven't played ranked in a long time, and I haven't played it since the reset as well. But
I've done one match so far. Well, I did one match last night.
Yeah, I should do my placement again and see where I end up.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, and this is just talking about campaign co-op not coming right away. but at least we're getting some maps, which I'm glad that Big Team Battle is getting another map because those 3 get stale pretty quick.
Sure.
I really hope we get different game modes and we get
I mean, that armor set looked cool. I like the knives on the. So I'm hoping the battle pass customization is pretty good. I mean,
Agreed.
they have to be making money, right? They have to be.
Oh, they are. They've already bumped the amount of prize pools at HCS. So Halo's making money, but as people leave, that dollar amount's going to go down.
Yeah,
I haven't bought anything in the shop for a couple weeks, so they're probably.
Well, it's also recycling too. I feel like there's
and everything's going on sale. So does that mean I shouldn't buy it when it comes out initially because it's going to then go on sale near the end of the season?
You got to bank on it.
Season 1 problem.
You got to bank on it coming back too, which.
Yeah, we haven't. I don't know that we've seen. I want that bone armor, like the bleach bone shader and that whole armor set. Like I've been waiting for that to show up, and I'm like, oh, I hope it goes on sale because that's the only one I don't think I have.
The one thing that like I'm not too like I don't really care that much that I spent more than somebody else probably did on some of these things, but like when Fortnite changed their pricing, they gave like refunds. Like they gave like everybody who
got battle or
they all got
V-Bucks or whatever. Yeah.
So like it would be nice as a thank you to maybe offer 1,000 credits to people that purchase things
based
in the
on
shop before
they know when you purchased them. Yeah.
I mean, I doubt they'll do that.
Probably not, but it is. I did see some people pretty like. I mean, the internet's always pissed, right? But like, they were like, "Yo, I bought this at full price, and now it's almost half." Like.
Well, that's the risk you're gonna take anyway. You could buy a game for $60, and then the next week it's gonna be $20, unless it's Nintendo, which actually retains value.
Well, I bought Mario Maker digitally, and the next day it went on sale, and they wouldn't give me a refund. So, unless I lied about it, if I had said, "Oh, my kid bought this on accident, can I get a refund?" Then they would have done it. I would have, but
then you would have turned around and bought it again.
Yeah, turned around and bought it right away.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. I mean, the game is still super fun. We're still here talking about it. It may not be the most positive, but we're gonna keep on. I hope everybody kind of understands that we're trying to look at this critically. We're not trying to be critical of it, but like offer the critique that, I mean, obviously we're not the voice of everybody, but we do see what people talk about in the Discord, and we do see what's happening on Twitter and everything. And like we want to see this game succeed, like big time succeed. Cause I mean, we get more maps, we get a BR, we get like everything's doing great. We win, like we get more content, we get, and this game really deserves its shot because it's the core gameplay is there. It's fantastic.
And so, maybe there'll be some hype going in here in the next week with the Halo show starting a little bit.
Oh yeah. I also forgot about this.
I mean, this is the IGN kind of review preview.
There's cowboys in it? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
sure.
an ad. Right?
I did see a tweet. It was like, don't worry, they'll explain the Chevy Tahoe that's in the show.
I've heard, yeah, that it has context or something like that.
Yeah, it's probably a collector's item. It's Halsey's collector's item.
So when does it? So this is March 25th.
March 25th, and I'm not sure how many episodes come out off the get go because I do know I think they're doing weekly releases, but I don't know if we're getting one or two.
So I've watched shows on Paramount Plus, and they usually release like 3, and then it'll be weekly. It'll be like 3 episodes the first week, and then 1 each of the following weeks.
And I mean,
I'm ready.
I like that screenshot. That's nice. That's pretty.
That's cool.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, it definitely earns its TVMA rating.
Hell
And
yes.
and they don't waste
Guys,
much
they say
time.
shit. They say shit in the show.
They also don't waste time in showing Chief's face.
Oh,
Oh,
really? Is it like
Yeah.
one of the first things?
It's
I was seeing some not so positive things about how they didn't look at the games as reference material.
Yeah, it's
But
so
I don't know how.
it's a separate it's an alternate time, like it's its own universe. It's not tied
Is
into
this
the
Tobey Maguire's universe?
It's Star Wars Visions or whatever. It's Halo Visions.
but so it takes, I think, references from some stuff from the games, but it does not rely on, it's not canon to the games. It's its own timeline.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not opposed to that. We've already seen that story, you know, like
Mhm.
if this can be a more a more mature, like I'm thinking like Game of Thrones, kind of like if it takes that approach to a certain extent. Obviously Game of Thrones can be pretty pretty brutal at times, but it's like if it's a good story and we get to see Chief kick ass, I mean, I think that's what I've said before. Like those are the main things I'm looking for, and more of just Chief kicking ass, right? Like I just want to see Spartans going at it, and
Mhm.
it sounds like, you know, there's going to be grunt birthday parties everywhere, like, and that's like I'm down. I'm down. You know, sign me up. I want to see a Needler in on the big, well, you know.
Well, even that like little blurb from the trailer where Chief is fighting two elites, like that looks like a pretty badass fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which potentially could end up with dismembered elites, which
Yeah,
Nice.
they had swords out. Take the swords and
yeah, they're energy swords. This isn't Disney. They can cut. They can dismember.
Hey, Disney just got the Netflix shows. So
yeah, they didn't edit Daredevil at all.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Cool. Well, that's going to do it for this one. Remember, guys, jump in the Discord. Come hang out with us. Thank you for being here with us live. We see you. We see you lurking. We love you. And thanks for listening after the fact. Next week's going to be game night. Come hang out with us. We're going to have some topics. You guys can bring some topics. We're going to record the entire time. We're going to be live, of course, but we're going to take that recording and potentially use it as audio.
That's going to go over so well.
So we'll hear that a lot. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Remember to send Mule some love. Bye, everybody.
Please call us at your earliest convenience.
Now, show me what you can do.